Some men have an effortless pull with women, and it has nothing to do with their looks, height, or money. It comes from how they carry themselves, and the very first thing that sets them apart is their ability to say no. Most guys think the key to winning a woman over is giving her everything she asks for, agreeing with every opinion, and constantly trying to keep her happy. On the surface, that might sound thoughtful, but in reality it does the opposite. It makes you predictable, it makes you easy to take advantage of, and worst of all, it makes you forgettable. A man who can say no respectfully stands out because he's showing her that he has standards and boundaries. He's communicating without words that his self-respect is not for sale, even for her affection. That kind of strength doesn't come from arrogance. It comes from inner discipline. When you always say yes, you might think you're being nice, but what you're really showing is that you don't value yourself enough to hold the line. Why women don't commit to men who bend to every whim. They commit to men who can look them in the eye and say, "I like you, but that doesn't work for me." That simple statement separates you from the crowd because it shows courage. It shows that you'd rather risk her disappointment than betray your own principles. Women may push boundaries, not because they want to walk over you, but because they want to know if you'll actually enforce the standards you claim to have. When you do, when you're willing to say no and mean it, you earn something much deeper than attraction. You earn respect. And respect is the soil where true commitment grows. Asterisk, a man who is secure in himself doesn't need constant reassurance to feel worthy, and that is one of the biggest reasons women commit to him. Think about it if you're always asking her if she still likes you, if you're good enough, or if she finds you attractive. You're putting her in the role of your emotional caretaker instead of your partner. That gets exhausting. A woman doesn't want to feel like she's dating someone she has to parent, because that dynamic kills attraction fast. What she truly wants is a man who already feels comfortable in his own skin, doesn't depend on her words or attention to define his value. That doesn't mean he never enjoys compliments or affection. It just means his sense of self isn't built on them. Confidence is quiet. It's in the way you stay calm when she takes her time to text back, instead of spiraling into panic. In the way you can enjoy her company without clinging, because you know who you are with or without her. Women are drawn to that kind of energy because it makes them feel secure. They see that your world doesn't fall apart over small uncertainties. And that steadiness makes you look stronger in their eyes. The truth is, when you stop seeking constant validation, you actually end up receiving more of it naturally. Wants to praise you. She wants to give you attention. Because it doesn't feel like an obligation. The men women stay loyal to aren't the ones begging for approval at every turn. They're the ones who bring peace instead of pressure. And peace comes from being grounded in your own worth. That quiet confidence is attractive not because it's flashy, but because it's rare. Asterisk, leadership and patience are two qualities that separate men women casually date from the men they actually commit to. Leadership doesn't mean being controlling or trying to dominate her. It means having direction. A man who knows what he wants and where he's headed automatically creates a sense of trust. Picture the difference between a guy who says, "Let's grab dinner Friday at that new spot," and the guy who keeps asking, "What do you want to do?" every single time. One comes across as decisive and dependable, while the other feels unsure and hesitant. Women don't expect you to plan every detail of their lives, but they are drawn to men who can take initiative, who can guide without making them feel small. That's what real leadership looks like. Kit creates comfort, because she knows you can handle situations without falling apart. Patience works hand in hand with leadership. One of the fastest ways men kill attraction is by rushing things. Going on to dates and suddenly talking about commitment or the future doesn't make you look romantic, it makes you look desperate. When you're patient, you show that you value the process of getting to know her. You're not in a hurry to lock her down because you're secure enough to take your time. That patience gives her space to actually want you, instead of feeling pressured into a role she's not ready for. A man who leads with calm confidence and patience is magnetic because he makes her feel both guided and free. Guided because he shows direction, free because he never corners her. That balance is rare. And it's exactly what makes a woman trust that she's safe giving her heart to him long term. Asterisk. One of the strongest signs of a man who knows his worth is his ability to walk away when something isn't right. Most guys stay in situations long after the respect is gone, hoping things will magically improve. They keep giving more of their time, energy, and love, even when it's clear the dynamic is draining them. But the men and women truly respect operate differently. They don't wait until every ounce of their peace is gone. They recognize disrespect or manipulation early, and they don't hesitate to step back. That decision doesn't come from bitterness or ego, it comes from self-respect. It's a man who is willing to walk away is sending a clear message. I value my peace more than I fear being alone. That kind of strength is rare, and rarity is always attractive. Walking away is powerful because it shows you're not controlled by fear. Many men cling to bad relationships because they're afraid of being single. But a man who knows his worth would rather stand alone than lower his standards. That choice alone makes him stand out, because it shows backbone. Shows he knows love should add to his life, not drain it. And ironically, when a woman sees that a man has the courage to walk away, she wants to stay even more, because she understands he will never settle for disrespect. Another part of this strength is having a life that doesn't revolve around her. Men who have goals, passions, and friendships outside of the relationship naturally create balance. She isn't his entire world, but she gets to join a world that is already full. That difference matters. A man who builds his life first and invites her into it shows her he wants her. Not that he needs her, and asked a commitment she'll fight to keep. Asterisk. The final trait that separates a man women casually entertain from the man they truly commit to is his ability to challenge her. This doesn't mean being difficult for no reason or constantly creating conflict. It means having the courage to speak up when something is off, even if it risks upsetting her in the moment. Too many men fall into the trap of being a yes man, thinking that constant agreement will keep her happy. But deep down, women don't respect men who never push back. They might enjoy the attention for a while, but without challenge, the relationship feels shallow. Real attraction fades quickly when there's no edge, no honesty, and no sense of strength on his side. A man who challenges her with love shows that he sees her clearly. He doesn't let disrespect slide, and he doesn't pretend everything is fine just to avoid tension. Instead, he's willing to hold the line and say, "That's not okay with me," even if she pouts or pushes back. That firmness doesn't drive her away. It pulls her closer, because it proves he has standards and isn't afraid to enforce them. Women want a partner who helps them grow, who reflects the truth back to them even when it's uncomfortable. When you can challenge her respectfully, you show her that your love isn't built on fear of losing her. It's built on honesty and strength. Attraction might be what pulls her into your world. Respect is what makes her stay. And respect comes from the balance of care and firmness. The man who challenges her while still offering love gives her both excitement and security. He becomes someone she can trust fully because she knows he values truth over pleasing her. In the moment, it's the kind of man women commit to for the long run.